1 in a billion moments in nature. Welcome to the most amazing channel. From a vibrant rainbow cloud over Haiku City, China, that captivated the internet, to a daring snowboarder navigating a frozen tundra during a solar eclipse. From a mesmerizing cloud waterfall cascading through southern China's mountains, to a relentless lava flow in Hawaii that devoured a car, these are some of the most awe-inspiring 1 in a billion moments in nature. Number 1. Rainbow Cloud. Haiku City, the capital and most populous city in Hainan Province, China, is home to over 2 million residents. This captivating display was a pileus, also known as a scarf cloud. These smooth, delicate clouds form atop denser, billowy clouds, created by updrafts from nearby thunderstorms. Imagine one cloud gracefully donning another like a crown or a scarf. The dazzling colors, however, are the result of a phenomenon called cloud iridescence. When ice crystals and water droplets scatter sunlight through diffraction, they create an array of colors. Unlike the neat arcs of a rainbow, these hues appear more chaotic and whimsical. As Weather Channel meteorologist Jen Carfagno describes it, cloud iridescence looks like pixie dust or unicorn sprinkles. Number 2. Total solar eclipse. On March 20th, 2015, snowboarder and amateur filmmaker Steen Orland set out for a remarkable adventure in Svalbard, a Norwegian archipelago in the Arctic Ocean. Armed with a camera, snowboard, and selfie stick, he hiked up a glacier to capture an unforgettable experience, snowboarding beneath the awe-inspiring darkness of a total solar eclipse. Steen planned meticulously, starting early to ensure he was ready for the event. The 2015 eclipse offered prime viewing spots in the Faroe Islands, located between Iceland and Norway, or high up in the peaks of Svalbard. As the eclipse began, the sun's brilliance still outshone the encroaching shadow. Steen documented the gradual transformation as daylight faded. With 10 minutes remaining until totality, the atmosphere grew dim but retained a surreal brightness. Finally, with just minutes to spare, the sun was completely obscured, plunging the glacier into a breathtaking twilight. A solar eclipse occurs when the moon aligns perfectly between the Earth and the sun, casting a shadow over parts of the planet. Depending on your vantage point, you might see a total eclipse, like Steen, or a partial one. While a total eclipse happens somewhere on Earth roughly every 18 months, it takes centuries, between 360 and 410 years, for one to recur in the exact same location. The phenomenon's visual magic stems from a cosmic coincidence. The sun's diameter is 400 times larger than the moon's, but it is also 400 times farther from Earth. This alignment creates the illusion that the two celestial bodies are the same size, setting the stage for one of nature's most spectacular sights. Number 3. Lava from Kilauea. Nestled on Hawaii's Big Island, Leilani Estates is a small community situated near Mount Kilauea, one of the world's most active volcanoes. In May 2018, the residents of this quiet neighborhood faced an extraordinary crisis when Kilauea erupted, sending rivers of molten lava into their community. The eruption unleashed 24 fissures in the East Rift Zone, 14 of which poured lava directly into Leilani Estates. Towering fountains of molten rock reached heights of 330 feet, while slow-moving lava flows crept along at 76 meters per hour. Although this speed may seem manageable, a relentless wall of lava is an unstoppable force of destruction. For one resident, watching lava consume their car was a surreal and devastating moment, but it was only the beginning. The eruption ultimately destroyed more than 700 homes, as well as farms, schools, roads, water systems, and portions of the island's electrical grid. Hawaii Volcanoes National Park was forced to close for safety, causing a severe drop in tourism. The eruption, which began on May 3rd, persisted until early August. After 3 months of inactivity, it was officially declared over in December. By then, lava had blanketed 13.7 square miles of land and added an impressive 875 acres of new land to the ocean. Recovery efforts came with an estimated price tag of $800 million, underscoring the enormous impact of this natural disaster. Number 4. Volcano Skiing. What would you say if someone invited you to ski down an active volcano? For those near Mount Etna, Italy's tallest peak south of the Alps? The answer is likely, why not? North face or south? On March 9, 2017, a group of fearless skiers got more than they bargained for when Mount Etna erupted mid-run. Lava flowed, ash billowed, and the daredevils raced down the slopes, documenting the once-in-a-lifetime event. A single misstep could have sent them careening toward molten lava, but that didn't deter them. Mount Etna is Europe's most active volcano and one of the most active worldwide. Despite its fiery temperament, it's a hotspot for adventurers, offering 2 ski resorts: Etna Sud, the more accessible option, and Etna Nord, renowned for its breathtaking scenery. Remarkably, snow blankets the slopes well into late spring, making Etna a destination that uniquely combines fire and ice. Number 5. Pot of Gold. Legends tell us there's a pot of gold at the end of every rainbow, but what if that treasure turned out to be a red sedan? On December 20th, 2019, a teenager and his mom were driving through Alabama when they came upon the end of a rainbow. Enthralled by the sight, the teenager grabbed his phone and began narrating. "We're about to drive through it, through the portal to another world," he exclaimed, anticipation mounting. As they neared the rainbow's end, he spotted it, a red sedan stuck on a grassy median. "There's the pot of gold," he laughed. Though the car wasn't treasure, the moment was pure magic. But where does the idea of a pot of gold come from? Irish folklore tells of a leprechaun who offered a greedy farming couple anything they desired if they could find his pot of gold at the rainbow's end. Unbeknownst to them, it was an impossible task. Scientifically, rainbows form when sunlight interacts with water droplets, and the sun must be within 42 degrees of the horizon for them to appear. This low angle is why we usually see only the rainbow's top arc, while the elusive ends remain out of reach. Like the pot of gold, finding the end of a rainbow is a rare, magical impossibility. Number 6. Needle ice. Water never ceases to amaze with its ability to create stunning natural phenomena. On May 8, 2016, a group of people gathered by a lake in Quebec, Canada, to witness an extraordinary sight: millions of tiny ice needles churning together, producing a sound they could only describe as Mother Nature at work. This captivating scene occurs when warming temperatures cause solid ice to splinter into countless tiny shards. As the lake thaws, these glass-like fragments float to the shore, where wind and water push them into rolling waves of ice along the beach. Needle ice can also emerge from groundwater under specific conditions, when the soil temperature remains above freezing, but the air temperature drops below freezing. Tiny droplets of groundwater rise to the surface and freeze instantly. The result? Fragile ice needles jutting out of the ground, often appearing overnight when the air temperature is coldest. Number 7. Cloud Waterfall. In Yichun, China, hikers exploring the nearby mountains stumbled upon an awe-inspiring sight: a cloud waterfall. This rare weather phenomenon, requiring just the right conditions, is as unpredictable as it is breathtaking. Truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. The view resembled an avalanche of clouds spilling down the mountainside. But what causes cloud waterfalls? Kyle Britton, from the Weather Network, explains that these events often occur in clear weather following heavy rain or snowfall. The moisture saturates the lower atmosphere, creating a sea of clouds that form around elevated plateaus and mountain slopes. As cooler, denser air accumulates atop the plateau, gravity takes over. The clouds spill over the edge, flowing downhill in a spectacular cascade, creating the illusion of a waterfall made entirely of mist and vapor. Number 8. Mud Volcano. On August 27, 2020, the peaceful swamps and grasslands of Blora Regency, Central Java, Indonesia, were shaken by a sudden eruption from the Kasongo mud volcano. Known for its geological significance and as a tourist destination, Kasongo can also turn perilous when it erupts. Residents described how the ground shook like an earthquake moments before the eruption. When it occurred, Kasongo hurled towering columns of hot mud nearly 100 feet skyward. The dramatic display lasted for about 10 minutes. However, the eruption wasn't just mud. It was also a release of potentially deadly toxic gases. 4 farmers and their buffalo were nearby during the eruption. After inhaling the noxious fumes, the farmers experienced dizziness and weakness before collapsing. Thankfully, they were rushed to a hospital and made full recoveries. Sadly, the buffalo did not survive. Villagers also reported a strong sulfuric odor lingering in the air long after the event. The gases emitted by mud volcanoes, such as Kisongo, are a mix of methane and carbon dioxide. Inside the volcano, microorganisms feed on hydrogen sulfide, which converts to sulfuric acid. This acid breaks down rocks, forming the wet clay mud that mud volcanoes eject. The distinct rotten egg smell originates from this same process, adding an eerie reminder of the danger lurking beneath. Number 9. Free fish. In February 2019, Malta, a small Mediterranean island nation, experienced an extraordinary event: fish raining down onto its streets. Located 50 miles off the coast of Sicily, Malta's 500,000 residents were caught off guard when a fierce storm transformed their coastal towns into impromptu fisheries. The storm, with winds exceeding 62 miles per hour, whipped up waves so massive that fish were hurled from the sea onto streets and sidewalks. It wasn't long before residents braved the weather, armed with buckets and bags, to collect the unexpected bounty. A witness described the scene. There are hundreds of fish being washed ashore. People are soaked to the bone, picking fish right off the streets. While some speculated that a damaged fish farm was responsible for the influx, releasing hundreds of fish into shallow waters, this theory was never confirmed. Authorities cautioned that the fish might not be safe to eat, but many residents couldn't resist the lure of free seafood. The storm wasn't all lighthearted excitement. It caused millions of dollars in damage to Malta's infrastructure, inundating roads and buildings. Over 450 emergency calls were made during the ordeal, though thankfully, no serious injuries were reported. From free fish to furious storms, this incredible event captured the unpredictable power of nature. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing tales from around the world. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update, and leave a comment below. What would you do if it rained fish in your town? Thanks for reading, and we'll see you in the next story.